people, welcome back to Pretty Girl Anonymous. I am a little under the weather today, so I really hope that putting a little voice change thing over this makes it sound not bad, but I definitely am a little hoarse. But hey, we pushing through, baby. We're pushing through. We're pushing out content, because today's topic, as you can see by the title, we are going to be talking about being the mini-me, growing up with a light-skinned mother and looking just like her, because that is my experience, and it's something I honestly literally just thought of today, like in the last 30 minutes probably. But yeah, I really want to unpack this. I think this might be a series as I continue to go to therapy and actually talk about this with my therapist as well. But so far, I really just thought about this. Like, I look really almost exactly like my mother, like dead spot on, like facial features, height, weight, skin tone. Like, I'm a little bit lighter than her. For context, I know this YouTube channel is anonymous. For some context, I think my phenotype, I think I kind of look like a Ella May. I am a light-skinned black woman. Both my parents are black. My whole family is black. I honestly do want to do like some ancestry and see like the breakdown of things, because my mom's biological dad, my mom was born out of wedlock, but her biological dad, he is a very, very fair-skinned black man, and he has like blue eyes. His hair, like, imagine like the Simpsons dad, but like a person, if that makes sense. He looks like that, and he has like, his hair texture is like thick, but it's like a sandy blonde. But anyways, besides the point. I literally look just like my mom. We are a carbon copy of each other, and my mom grew up with a unambiguous dark-skinned black mother, and we look just like her. Like, we have her entire face. We are both just light-skinned. We have the same features, nose, everything. But yeah, and honestly, I can definitely think back to multiple times throughout my childhood when now that I'm getting older, I'll be 23 in April, I can definitely think of like being a parent and having someone look you in the face and they have your fucking face. Like, I could not imagine that, and processing that and parenting through that, if that makes sense. Like, I could not fathom someone looking just like you and living their life. And, you know, being a parent, you want to make sure your kid makes the best decisions and you want to have input in their life. But yeah, I think my mom was, to a certain extent, is jealous of me. And it's something that I really internalized a lot in my adolescence. I mean, someone may say I'm still adolescent, but when I was really like a little kid, she would make a lot of comments. And I'm so glad that I am internally strong and really able to, I've always been my own person. I've always had a very strong sense of myself and a lot of self-awareness. But if I didn't have that could have broke me. Like, a lot of the stuff she said was very, very, very inappropriate to say to a child, let alone your daughter. Come on now. And I don't want to make this to be like, oh, my mom's horrible. Like, I don't hate my mom. I understand that she's a human being. And I think once you grow up, and I think I'm getting to that phase where I'm seeing my parents as human beings and not mom and dad. I'm seeing them as, I'm going to do random names. I'm seeing them as Joseph and Sophia. My mom and my dad, you know, I'm seeing them as people, not I don't know how to explain that. Maybe you guys will understand, but growing up like that, and I'm really looking at things from her. I'm understanding things from my perspective now, and I'm seeing things from her perspective, and it blows my mind. Like, I could not imagine. And she made a lot of comments about my weight. I grew up and I still struggle with acne, but growing up, that was like the biggest sore point of my being, was having acne. And I didn't really have like cystic acne per se, but my acne was very, very, very severe. Especially, I started my period in 5th grade, and once I got to middle school, my hormones went rogue and my entire face broke out. I stopped drinking milk. Like, I went through a lot, and that is honestly what got me into makeup. And I built my own self-confidence, and I can say that 10 toes down. Like, not to say my parents were like, evil to me and called me ugly as a kid or anything like that, no, but I definitely built my confidence up because and I can say, when I went through this, my dad was way more empathetic and supportive than my mother was. And I can even think back to dealing with my hair growing up. My mom put a perm in my hair from when I sound like one of those girls, but my hair would have been down my back. But no, even with a perm, up until like probably 5th grade, my hair was really long, even with the perm. My hair grew. It's always grown very, very fast. I have very thick hair. My hair type is like a 3C, 4A, very thick, very dense hair. And when I hit middle school, which was around the time on YouTube when the natural hair community was popping, I was watching Raven Elise. I was watching Logan Vicky. I was watching Alyssa Forever. And side note on Alyssa Forever, if anybody remembers her, I am going to do a video on her because she shaped my childhood, honestly. But anyway, side point. I was watching Napcho85. I was watching all of those YouTubers that were big during that point. And I really resonated with Raven Elise because me and her have our skin tone is the same. Like, her foundation shade, I can automatically watch her video and I know, bet I can go buy that. It's going to look right on me. And we also had acne. So I related to her so much. But with saying all that, when that trend came on YouTube, I was hooked, hook, line, and sink. I told my mom, I was like, I'm not getting a perm anymore. You're not putting that in my hair. I'm not doing it. I'll do my own hair. And to that point, I started, what they said at the time was transitioning. So my roots, imagine, like, broke off, relaxed hair to like ear, like a little bit below ear length. Imagine that, broken off ends, dead, dusty, crusty, disgusting. And then imagine my roots are like thick, curly coils of hair. And I'm wearing my hair like this, and I'm wearing slick back buns constantly because that's the only thing I could wear. And my mother really never let me wear like weaves. She barely let me wear fucking braids. Like, to get like the Senegalese twist and box braids, I didn't get that until like I had to like beg her, like 6th, 7th grade. Like, once I hit middle school, she kind of let me get those hairstyles, but it was far few and in between when I would get those hairstyles. Like, it would be like, oh, for Christmas, or oh, for my birthday, I'm going to get braids. It wouldn't be like a year-round thing. And I can't appreciate that to a certain point now because it helped me love myself, but she was still perming my hair. So my hair was broken off, split ends, dusty, raggedy, and I can't do anything to it besides she would always want to flat iron it and do a silk press. And when my hair would start growing out, like, I would say once I would get like 6 months into like the transitioning stage and my roots are like super grown out and there's like a super line of like demarcation in my hair, she would start talking shit. She'd be like, "Ooh, you need to get your hair done. You need to get a perm. You need to do something to that. Your roots look a mess. You need to." And I never let it get to me. I really didn't. We would eventually compromise and I would like blow my hair out. And like, I noticed so much more growth when I would do these big, honestly, at that point, I was just stretching my hair because eventually I would give in because she would just keep talking shit and I would just eventually let her perm it. But I cannot tell you guys how much I loved my natural hair. Once I finally big chopped in, that was like, 2017, 2018. When I first got my first job at Target, y'all. I worked at Target for 5 years, and yes, I am going to be making videos about my Target experiences. Bitch, that job was crazy as fuck. That's a whole nother side note. But I don't know, this video was just really spur of the moment. I really am kind of under the weather. I'm hoping the little voice changer is going to cover my ass and it doesn't sound too bad. But you guys kept saying in the last video in the comments that the audio wasn't that bad. So I'm going to leave y'all with this. I kind of want this to be a conversation starter because I definitely am going to make more parts to this. But yeah. Anybody else grew up looking very similar to your mother or very similar to a close family member? And do you feel like that impacted your relationship at all? But thank you guys so much for tuning in. I am getting excited about this channel. My brain is flowing, the thoughts are coming. Yes, but I hope you guys have a blessed day, night, week, whenever you're watching this, and have a pretty day, pretty girls. See you guys next time.